Alright, we're going to do some oil testing here before I hit up the SEMA show. So I got my race bike here. I got some tribodyn oil here. And this is their flyer and what the hell they have. But anyway, I'm going to do some testing here and see what fuel contamination will do to the oil. And what it's going to look like. Now I drained this out of my bike about 4 weeks back. This had a lot of nitro mixed in with there a little bit. And it's all dried up and gone away, so now it just has the tribodyn left in there, and you can see what it looks like just sitting in a pan. So when I drained it, I had a little bit of a raw nitro come out of the bottom of the tank here, and this was after a day of sitting. Next day I did it, and so we had a basic and oil spot right here, and we had about a ½ inch layer of alcohol that was underneath it, and over time it settled out to like this. And now the alcohol has dissipated away. So only now is left is the original oil, which is right here, and it's still real nice and oily like it's supposed to be, and there's no contamination. You smell it, doesn't smell like alcohol or nitro in it anymore. So I just left the oil behind it. The biggest thing was that the oil didn't mix with the nitro. It stayed separate, so it still did its lubrication, and the fuel would separate out of it. Wasn't a problem. So what we're going to do is they sent me a bunch of bottles down. We're going to test out E85, nitro, and the M1 alcohol. So we're going to take those and mix them. We're going to pour it in these little bottles here, the fuel. We're going to put some of the 2050 oil into here, which is the same as what I used on my bike. And then up at SEMA, they're going to try the 530 and test it up there on the tables up there. So I got all my bottles? Yeah, get all my bottles out. So right now I need to get some fuel out. So I went up to the store and got some E85 here. I got some M1 alcohol right here. So a fresh can of it here. Just had it one race. And I had some nitro, but we didn't get the new can of nitro here yet. It took us 3 months to get it, and I guess it's in my friend's truck to take to the races. I don't have it here. So what I got left is my alcohol or nitro mix here. This one has 55% written on it. This was 100% nitro, but that's been used up, I think. So to find out what I got, I'm going to go ahead and do a test of the fuel and see what it is. So I'm going to go ahead and do a nitro test here. Now what we do want to find out is what else is going on. Now when I ran this piston the first time, I had Maxima oil in it, and it got a little bit of seizure mark there, and right back here in the back of the piston. Tried to stick it just slightly, nothing serious, just a little bit of it. So, and this is on the non-thrust side, which is kind of weird direction to be doing it, but oh well. So I went ahead and put tribodyn on it, and I've got about 8 or 10 dyno runs on it, and I got 2 or 3 passes at the lakes. I forget, that's a 1.3 mile run. So roughly I got about probably 8 to 10 miles worth of running time on this piston now, and I'm getting a lot of heat in the top of the dome now. It's showing yellow, that's getting hot, and the rest of the piston is staying nice and dry and it hasn't re-seized. So all that's looking good. This is the cylinder here that's been running on it. So you can see where it's got some pressure marks, but nothing much going on. And the combustion chamber is staying relatively clean. Semi-rich, because I run it really rich. So anyway, that's what we're doing. So I'm happy with the results so far on the bike. So now we're just going to see what what it mixes. I think it's going to stay separate, but we'll see. Let me put this up on the tripod so it's a little bit easier to work with here. Let's see what happens here. This is one of those scientific tests we're going to do here. I mean, just do it and see what happens. My favorite way of doing things. Okay, so this here is basically just an open beaker. This here is your hydrometer tester. Tests the specific gravity of the nitro. So you put this in the raw nitro fluid, and depending on what percentage it is, the liquid level is either going to be real high if it's low. Whoop. And if it has a lot of nitro, it's going to come way up out of the nitro, way up to here. I'm at 55%, so it should be somewhere here in the low 50. And then depending on what temperature is down here, you add number to it. So right now we are in the plus about 4.5, going by with the thermometers right there. I don't know if you can see it or not, but that's how it works. So first thing I do, we got to pour some raw fuel in here. So we'll do that. Funnel. So this should be the good stuff here. Let's see what I'm doing over here a little better, maybe. So the trick here is not to make a big mess on the floor and waste it. Nitro is expensive. Now, the way you change the percentage of the nitro, you mix it with nitro, with methanol. Definitely has the smell of nitro. So like I said, we cut it with the methanol right here to bring it down the percentage. Okay, that is done. Okay, I'm going to put this back up on the table here. Get over here where you can kind of see a little bit. Got too much crap here. Okay, let's see what we get here. Okay, it's definitely a large percentage. So we're at 50, probably about where 53% would be on the line. It was basically right here, right here at the base of the curve. And we go down here, look at our thermometer, and we're right above the 3. So you figure 3% extra, so we're at 56% and a little extra. So that's our percentage of nitro. I was hoping to do this with a 100% nitro test, but I don't have my 5-gallon bucket here. You wouldn't believe the amount of paperwork it takes to get nitro in California. That took an extra probably, oh geez. Once they had it, they said it took us 2 weeks to get the paperwork figured out. It's all kinds of stuff you got to sign your life away for. And that's coming from a major fuel supplier. Okay, so that's good to go. Now you just pour the nitro back in the container. So with this temperature we're at right now, it's not 55%, it's, like I said, it's 56.25%. For me, I don't care, that's close enough, but for some people that might make a difference, but not me. Of course, it has that nice nitro flavor to it, which you only smell if you go to drags or land speed racing. Okay, we'll lay that over there out of the way so it don't get broken. Put that over there also. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and fill up my containers here. These little small containers. This one has nitro on it, so I'll put down 55% on that later, but now I got to get that where I can fill that in. So I'm going to get something to pour in there with. A 5-gallon jug is too heavy to pour a little small bottle like that. Alright. So I'll get my little small container, we'll brake clean it up and make sure it's clean. There we go. And that makes sure it's clean in there. Close enough. Yeah, let's drop that on the floor too, what the hell. Good. Take the fuel jug again. Fill it up. That's probably enough. funnel and we fill it up. Perfect. Okay, so now we got nitro in there. This is older nitro, that's why it's yellow. A couple years old. Maybe a year old. It's old. So when you mix it all up like that, still the same color. It doesn't matter what you do with it. Okay, now we're going to take our 2050 tribodyn. This is brand new. They just shipped it to me yesterday. It's their latest, greatest formula in it. They keep adding more of the good stuff. That's the key part. They keep making it better. And it's got a blue color to it now. See how blue it is? It's no longer gray. It's a nice blue. Look at that blue. Looks just like my bike. Okay, over there. See, you wipe it off and look at that. It's the same color. Pretty close. Yeah, blow it up. See? It's almost the same color as my race bike. Perfect. It's another reason I like tribodyn. Color coordinated. You can tell I really care because I keep the bike nice and clean, see? Okay, let's get back over to the important testing. Okay, so we're going to take our 2050 nitro bottle. We're going to make a mess. And I'm going to do this without a funnel, that way I can make more of a mess. Oh yeah, pretty good at that already. Oop. And I was right, I am making a mess. I might have to make a new sticker on this one. Yeah, not too bad. I don't want to get my funnel dirty, I'll have to clean it. Okay. We just have to do this more practice, see. Oop. Okay. That ain't the right one. Okay. So now it's got the oil in there. Stick a little bit on the outside too. That's some sticky junk. Good stiction to it. Okay, now they want to show you how much it's stuck to everything. See how it sticks real good to the side of the bottle. It doesn't drain away too quickly. See the oil level's way down here, but it's got real good real good stickum, whatever. All right, here's the nitro. We're going to use the funnel for that, wherever it ran off to. Stick it someplace. There it is. Okay, so now I'm going to pour that all in there. Let's see, they didn't only put it all in there, they said. It's about half. The way I look at it, it's nitro. We run a lot of percentage of nitro. We're going to contaminate the hell out of it. I put almost a full bottle in it. When you're dealing with nitro, it runs rich, so we need a good test. You can always put more oil in there if he doesn't like my percentage. So that was probably about that much nitro to this much oil, so it's about 20% nitro, and that's pretty thick brew. That's some really contaminated oil now. We're doing a good test. That was after you made a full pass at the finish line and the blower went away and you dropped a couple cylinders and it blew the heads off of it. Yeah, that's about the right amount. That's about how much we got in there. A good mix. Okay, so now that's the color of the bottle now. So we're going to let that sit and see what happens. Come back in a little bit. So there's, I got room for that. There's room for that one. Okay, so now we're going to do the, let's do the E85 test, because straight methanol is pretty close to what we got over here already, because we got 50% or 45% alcohol in here anyway. So we already did that test. So we're going to do an E85 test now. There's my E85. That's over here. Let's see what color that's going to be. That smells like pump gas to me. Doesn't take much gasoline to stink up the place. Okay, so put our E85 in here. I think there's room. Yep. Yeah, it definitely has a different flavor than the nitro. You know which one I like better. Okay, that comes out a lot more clear. Okay. So now I'm getting another bottle. The one that says E85 on it. Take the oil again. Of course, we're going to use our funnel again too, because we don't want to get it dirty. Oop, that's good. All right, down the side of the bottle. That's good. It's all right. Oop. Scientific measurement here. Yeah, about that much. That up. Okay, so this time we got this much oil in there now. Alright, this time we're not gonna dump so much in there, because I think I'll dump in maybe, let's go with half of this we'll put in there. Scientific measurement again. Yeah, it looks like about half what I had in the bottle. Yeah, we do laboratory testing around here. We do everything right to the book, real accurate. Okay, take the same thing. Okay, so right now, yeah, there's a little bit of separation. Right now you can see the gasoline's laying on top of the oil a little bit. See how it's clear right where my finger is back here in the background? You can see how it's a little bit of separation. Still has got liquid on the top there. You get where I can see it. There you can see about a 3/8 of an inch of clear fluid there in the liquid. Alright, so we know it's separated right now, it's not mixing. Okay, now we're going to mix it up, see what happens. Now to have that much gas in your fuel, that means you got a seriously stuck float in your carburetor, or your injection system is really screwed up. It was dumping raw fuel in the motor for some reason. Maybe the fuel line broke off the injector and it would just squirt it right in the motor. Something like that would have had to happen. Pretty much not really real world conditions, but who cares? We're testing on non-real world conditions. Okay, so that's that one. The oil's right down here. It's still hard to see it, but we'll let that one separate. So you can already see the different layers in the nitro. See how it's lighter, darker, and not here. So this is already starting to separate back out. Get it down, we can see it again. So we'll see what happens. Okay, now we're going to do an M1 test. The alcohol. Put that into this one. We got some nasty gasoline in here. I don't know where that came from. People use that stuff. I don't know how you can run that stuff. It's nasty. contaminates the environment, smells like crap. I'll take race gas or nitro any day. Alright, so now we're going to take our M1 right here. This was a fresh 5-gallon can 4 weeks ago. Let's see if we can make a big mess here. Yep, there we go. Alright, where's our alcohol one? There we go. It doesn't smell like gasoline. But it's clear like gasoline, see? It's actually clearer than gasoline, I think. Where's the gasoline at? Oh, it is. Look at that. See, gasoline has a bit of yellowish color tint to it. And alcohol is clear. See, it's contaminated because they put 15% gas in the E85. Okay, so there's the methanol. Where's our other container? Right here. So now we're going to do our alky test, just like we did the other one. Let's see how much of a mess I can make. So far, I haven't made a big mess yet, but we still got one more opportunity to make a big mess here. Let's see if I'm getting any better at this. I'm not spilling anything right now. It's getting it down now. Okay, look at that. Didn't spill any. Yep. There's only one drop right there in the lip. Okay, so now I'm going to take the alcohol. Now if you're a sprint car and you run down around the track, you're going to have a lot of alcohol contamination. So we're going to put half of this in there. Yeah, I'll probably put about 3/4 of that in there. Yeah, about that much extra. Okay, so we'll see what that does. You know, if you're a sprint car, you're going to have a lot of alcohol contamination in your motor. You know, run duplicate test here. Okay, so right now you can see the layer of clear above it. So it's staying separate. Gotta use the right containers on this stuff. Okay, so you can see how the alcohol's not changing in any. Okay. So you went through the crank a couple times and there you go. Hey, it's purple again. It's really dark blue. Okay, so I got that set up. Okay, let's see what we got on these other two happening over here. Okay, you can kind of see the separation there a little bit. This one here is pretty even dark. This one's got a little bit of difference going in it. So get down, you can see a little better. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and let these sit for a little bit. I'll come back and look at them again. You can see how this one's settling down, but there's no separation in here yet. It's still there. It's straining off the side of the body there, though. Alright, so we'll be back. We'll come back and take a look at that in a few minutes. That's it for now. Okay, we're getting ready to do our check up on our oil. What's wrong, Scooby? Scooby's going to help us today. He wants to go home. Come on, get over there. Get out of my way. I can't work with you on my leg. Boy. Okay, so it's been sitting for about 45 minutes now, probably. So you can see the difference in colors between the different things. So this one got a lot lighter. That's the nitro. This is our E85. It's the darkest of the three. And then we have the methanol alcohol in there. so it's a little bit lighter. So what contamination we got going on in here? I don't see any liquid layer on top of the fuels. So it looks like it's being absorbed into it, or it's somewhere else. Turn it sideways. And I don't see any evidence of separation yet. Definitely makes it different colors though. That's kind of weird. But alright, well, we'll take these up to SEMA show. We'll have them up on the counter up there tomorrow. We'll see what it looks like after a long drive and sitting. But it looks like it's absorbed it for now, but I know on my race bike you don't see it in there. It, you know, it separates out on the race bike a little bit. But we'll see what happens. Go from there. It's a test, so we're testing. Alright, that's it. We're heading out. We'll be at SEMA show. See you there if you want to show up.